Howdy readers, I'm Jason, this is Chapter and Verse, and this is a project announcement video. So my wife, Kelly, whose channel is Books I'm Not Reading, the two of us have decided to spend 2020 reading only what we already own. So the plan is not to buy any books next year at all. Now there are two caveats for me. One is the new Hilary Mantel book, The Mirror and the Light, which comes out in March, and which I have pre-ordered. Okay, so that will be coming in the mail. And then I'll also be using the library next year for those books chosen in my book club that we don't already own. And so what we did to just kind of get a sense of where we stand already with our library, so I checked my Goodreads shelves, and I have 3 different shelves for books that we own. And according to those shelves, Kelly and I own about 1,005 books, including reference books. And the other night, Kelly and I went through our library and independent of each other, I'd like to say as well, which is what makes this so strange. And then we, bookcase by bookcase, we each counted up how many books on that bookcase we had read. Strangely, Kelly has read 312 books that we own, and I have read 313 books that we own, which is bizarre for a lot of reasons. One, Kelly reads a lot faster than I do. She reads more than I do. She always has. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Out of 1,005 books, that 2 people independently of each other going through, regardless of whether or not they're, been married for years like we have, 2 people going through the shelves come up with numbers that close to each other. That seems pretty strange to me. But anyhow, that's the plan. This is not, for me, this is not a reaction against kind of consumerism. I've got nothing against buying books. And once 2020 is over, I'll be back to buying books. What this is for me instead, I think is a kind of a refocusing on contentment and just a conscious attempt to immerse myself in what has been sort of sitting under my nose for years, in some cases decades. I have always kind of looked at our personal library as a universe of worlds, and I'm going to look at this project as an opportunity to kind of step into my astronaut gear, I suppose, and visit some of those worlds that I've never visited before. So that's the plan. We are calling the project A Year of Reading One's Own, and we're using the hashtag A Year of Reading One's Own. So should you decide to do some version of this project yourself, please use the hashtag so that we can find your videos throughout the year. And join in with our videos. We're planning to have a number of discussion videos throughout the year, looking at the nature of kind of book ownership and book buying, and what these things mean to us as individuals, as a couple, and it should be a lot of fun. So one of the things that has surprised me the most, and gotten me, I suppose, most excited for the project, is when we went through the shelves independently of each other to see how many books we had read. I saw a lot of stuff that I hadn't thought about in years. Some books even I think that I had forgotten we owned, that look amazing. And so I'm really jazzed about the possibility of getting to some of those things. Kind of forcing myself to get to some of those things. But anyway, that's the plan. I've got my Sasquatch coffee cup here, and my Russian hat, and we've got, I don't know, a grand total of probably a foot of snow outside between 2 storms this last week. So I'm gonna put on my boots and head outside and rev up the snowblower and then settle in for a little reading to round out this holiday weekend. I hope you guys are all doing well, and I will see you again very soon. Adios.